Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Taylor Ringgold, and welcome to an episode of UPS Pilot Podcast. And without further ado, we have a great podcast ahead of you with a great guest. This is Vice President of Precision Imaging, Dan O'Connor. Dan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Terry, it's my pleasure.
All right, so Dan, let's get right into it. You've been working at Precision Imaging for a little over a year now, but your experience in the field has been pretty extensive. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been working in this business.
Well, Terry, I was working for UPS for 31 years, and I spent the last 5 years of my time there building and managing the UPS Access Point network. So I'm very familiar with PUDO operations and have been able to leverage that experience to help Precision Imaging roll out this new product.
The big thing that's happened in Precision Imaging is this new partnership that's come about this past week. So why don't you give me a little input on about this partnership and how important this is to Precision Imaging?
So we have installed our iPickup point in a Timpson's location in England. This is our first deployment. It's an alpha deployment where we're learning lessons about how to do this with a larger scale. Timpson's is a great partner for us. They have over 2,100 locations across the UK and Ireland. So there's a lot of potential to expand within Timpson's. And in addition, we have another retail partner candidate in our pipeline. So we're looking to expand to even more locations in the UK and throughout Europe.
So 2,100 locations. You guys are finally over there. When you hear that you're traveling overseas and to work with such a huge group like that, when you heard that the partnership was finalized, how ecstatic were you guys?
Pretty ecstatic. When you're rolling out a new product, to get from 0 to 1 is the toughest step. So to have that one location live now, where we can show it to other potential candidates or customers, that's a terrific step forward for us. It's a big deal.
When it comes to making it an easier process for the consumer, right? As in any business, you want to make your customer happy at any certain time here. So how does this solution help the pickup process at the end of the day?
Yeah, so one of the biggest friction points in a PUDO operation, a pickup and drop-off operation, is when a consumer shows up and they have to wait to be served to get their package. So, people generally don't like to wait. The beauty of the iPickup point is it allows the customer to self-serve. They don't have to wait in line behind people buying Cokes and chips and such. They can walk directly up to the iPickup point, scan their mobile barcode or enter a PIN, and our system will guide them to their package using a laser to highlight the package. They select it, sign for it if needed, and they're on their way. The whole process takes less than a minute.
Yeah, when it comes to, trying to get your package on time and not wait, look, we've all been there, right? In the past, you're just waiting forever and ever. Yeah, not fun. Not fun for any of us, but it seems like this new technology that you guys are bringing over to the UK and just in general in the States is very important. But how much time are people actually saving?
Well, it's the wait time. There's two savings. There's savings on the wait time, which goes to 0. And then there's also savings in the time it takes to interact with the store employee. Because in a typical PUDO operation, one of the biggest challenges that the retailer faces is maintaining an organized inventory of the packages. So having them neatly stacked in a way that makes it easy for the clerk to access the right package and serve the customer, that's a challenge. But with the iPickup point from Precision Imaging, all that's taken care of. The packages are stored on a shelf and the computer knows where the package is. So when the customer comes in and scans their barcode, they're immediately directed straight to their package by the laser. So you have savings by not having to wait in line, and then you have savings by not having to wait for the clerk to find your package and bring it to you. Incidentally, Terry, that's also the greatest advantage that our system provides to the retailer. Because in the same way that the consumer doesn't want to wait in line, the retailer doesn't want to have the consumer trying to jump the line. And the hassle of maintaining that inventory is removed by installing the iPickup point.
I think organization has a lot to do with it as well. People are very excited to get whatever their package is, if it's an Amazon product or if they ordered something off of a specific website. Everyone's excited. I just got a package the other day, and I was waiting for over a week. You want to get to it as fast as you can. Once you get that tracking number says, okay, it's here, right? But now you're taking out all the hassle of the consumer being annoyed with how long the process is actually taking. I've been waiting for a week for this. I need it right now. I've been waiting, and now I can't get to it.
Yeah.
People start to get antsy about it. But also, I mean, when you take that out of the equation, it makes whoever's responsibility is to keep everything organized a lot easier. And then you guys are all getting the information back saying, yeah, pickup is exactly what we've been looking for. And we haven't had something like this before. When you hear those comments from your customers, how does that make you guys feel? And I'm sure that had something really to do with this huge partnership that you guys just did over in the UK.
Yeah, it makes us feel like we made the right choices in developing this product. It really fits a need for the retailer who's participating in the Pudo network. This is a way for them to generate extra foot traffic in their store for people who are likely to buy something else while they're there, and to do that continuously without taking the staff away from their core duties, which are servicing people who want to buy things, and without generating any friction between the staff and the consumer. So it really is a win-win for both the consumers and the retailers. It's a great product.
We've heard you talk about how great the product is, and we've also heard what the customer thinks about it and people that I have to interact with every day. There is part of the business is you have to make money, right? You have to make the money. You have to make money to have a sustainable business and to keep putting out great products. How does this convert into dollars at the end of the day?
So part of our program is a partnership with UPS, and UPS has allowed us to take over the relationship, to manage the relationship with the access points that are installing the iPickup point. So UPS pays us on a per piece basis for packages that flow through our access point locations, and we share some of those funds with the retailers. But the big win for the retailer, of course, is getting people in the store, because so many of them will actually come back, become customers, or buy something even while they're there to pick up their package.
How do you guys try to persuade if it's a company or if it's like a hotel or if it's an apartment complex, whoever that might be using the iPickup? How do you guys convince them that this is the new technology that you should be using?
Well, one of the most effective sales tools that we have are videos that show people interacting with our equipment. It really just makes it really obvious how intuitive and easy to use the system is. The majority of people who have come to our location in Fleet, England, have just gone right up to the iPickup point and started to engage with it with no support from the store staff at all. And not everybody is a technological wizard, right? So there's some Luddites out there who resist technology, but generally speaking, we found people just go right up and begin to interact with it. If there is someone who is shy about interacting with the technology, the store staff does have the ability to come over and assist them. So the store can log in at any time as an administrator and handle a pickup or a drop off for a customer who is reluctant to engage with the technology.
I think that's such a huge part about how easy this technology is. Look, you even said it, Dan. Not everyone's a tech wizard.
Yeah.
Look. I'm young. I'm a young guy. I know so much about technology. I have a few times here and there where I don't know what I'm doing, but it seems like from watching the videos on YouTube or watching them on your site that this is a pretty easy product to understand, and it directs you to the point, keeps everything organized, and I
Yeah.
think it's a huge selling point for me. If I'm going to be living somewhere or I'm going to a business that has a ton of packages coming in every single day, why wouldn't they be using this product?
It really makes it a lot easier for a retailer to be a Pudo location. It takes all the pain and suffering out of it, and only thing left are the good parts. The extra footfall, the increased sales, and the revenue from the Pudo network provider.
That's exactly right, Dan. And I totally agree. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, to talk about this brand new partnership you guys are doing and talk a little bit more about the iPickup. So thank you so much for joining me today.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. It's an awesome episode here. My name is Taylor Ringgold, and we hope you join us on the next episode. Have a good one, guys.